Have you ever heard the story of the man who lived like a king using the bank's own money completely for free? It sounds like a financial fairy tale, but it's a real strategy. And today, I'm going to break down exactly how it works. This isn't about some get-rich-quick scheme. It's about understanding the system and making it work for you. Welcome to the concept of the 0% interest loop, or what the pros call credit card arbitrage. So, what is this magic loop? At its core, it's about borrowing money at zero cost and then lending it out, or investing it, to earn a profit. The difference between what you earn and your zero cost is pure profit. It's like the bank hands you a stack of cash, says, no rush to pay it back for a while, and we won't charge you a dime, and you take that cash and put it somewhere it grows. By the time the bank wants its money back, you return the original amount and pocket all the growth. The key that unlocks this entire strategy is the 0% introductory annual percentage rate, or APR, credit card offer. Banks are constantly competing for new customers, and one of their most powerful tools is offering a period, often 12, 18, or even 21 months, where you don't pay any interest on your purchases or balance transfers. This is your golden ticket. It's a temporary, interest-free loan for one of the biggest financial institutions in the world. Now, before we go any further, a huge disclaimer is in order. This strategy is not for everyone. It requires discipline, a good credit score to even qualify for these cards, and a solid understanding of the risks involved. If you miss a payment, that 0% APR can skyrocket to a penalty rate of over 25%, instantly wiping out any potential gains and putting you in a very tough spot. This is a high-level financial play, not a beginner's game. Always read the fine print. All right, with that important warning out of the way, let's dive into the mechanics. The first step is getting approved for one of these 0% APR cards. You'll want to look for a card with a long introductory period and a high credit limit. A higher limit means you have more capital to work with, which translates to potentially higher returns. Your credit score is paramount here. Lenders need to see you as a reliable borrower before they'll extend this kind of offer. Once you have the card, the next step is to pull cash from it. Now, you can't just go to an ATM. That's a cash advance, and it comes with sky-high fees and interest rates that start from day one, completely defeating the purpose. No, we have to be smarter. We need to make a purchase that can be easily and quickly converted back into cash. This is where the term cash equivalence comes in. Historically, people have used various methods. For example, some would buy gold bullion or collectible coins with their credit card. Gold is a tangible asset that holds its value and can be sold relatively easily for cash. The idea was to buy the gold, sell it immediately, and deposit the cash into a high-yield account. You've essentially turned your credit limit into cash in your bank account, and the 0% interest clock is ticking. Another classic, though much riskier, method involved casino chips. In the past, you could sometimes buy casino chips with a credit card without it being coded as a cash advance. You'd buy $10,000 in chips, walk around for a bit, then go to the cashier's cage and cash them out. Boom, you have $10,000 in cash. However, casinos and credit card companies have cracked down on this, and it's much harder and, frankly, not a recommended path today due to the risks and complexities. The more common and modern approach is through balance transfers. Many 0% APR offers also apply to balance transfers. The bank essentially gives you convenience checks. You can write a check to yourself from the credit card company, deposit it directly into your bank account, and that amount is treated as a balance transfer. There's usually a one-time fee, typically 3% to 5% of the amount transferred. So if you transfer $20,000, you might pay a fee of $600 to $1,000 up front. This fee is your cost of borrowing, so you have to factor that into your calculations to ensure you still come out ahead. So let's say you've successfully pulled $20,000 in cash from your new credit card. The clock has started on your 18-month, 0% interest-free period. You've paid a 3% fee, so your cost is $600. Now what? You can't just let that money sit there. The goal is to make it work for you. This leads us to step 3, investing the cash. The key is to find an investment that is very low risk, but offers a return higher than your borrowing cost. We're not talking about stock market speculation here. The last thing you want is for the market to crash right before you have to pay the credit card company back. That's a recipe for financial disaster. The classic conservative play is to put the money into high-yield savings accounts, certificates of deposit, CDs, or short-term government bonds. These are some of the safest investment vehicles available. Let's run the numbers. Over 18 months, or 1.5 years, your $20,000 earning 5% annually would generate about $1,500 in interest. Remember, your initial borrowing cost was the $600 balance transfer fee. So, your net profit is $1,500 minus $600, which equals $900. You just made $900 completely out of thin air using the bank's money. It might not sound like a life-changing amount, but this was a very conservative example. What if you had a higher credit limit, say $50,000? A 3% fee would be $1,500. At a 5% annual yield over 18 months, you'd earn approximately $3,750. Your profit would then be $3,750 minus $1,500, which is $2,250. Now we're talking about a more substantial sum. Imagine doing this with multiple cards, or finding investments with slightly higher, yet still safe, yields. The numbers can start to add up very quickly. The final and most crucial step is paying the card back. Before that 0% introductory period ends, you must pay back the entire principal amount you borrowed. You need to be militant about this deadline. Set multiple reminders. Have the cash ready. A few months before the deadline, you would sell your bonds or pull the money from your savings account, transfer it to your checking account, and make one large payment to clear the credit card balance completely. After you've paid it all back, the interest you earned, minus any fees, is yours to keep. You have successfully completed the 0% interest loop. You borrowed for free, invested safely, and pocketed the difference. This entire process hinges on impeccable financial management. You need to track your deadlines, understand all the fees involved, and resist the temptation to spend that borrowed cash on anything else. That $20,000 isn't a windfall to buy a new car. It's a tool, a capital asset that needs to be deployed for a specific purpose and then returned. While the story of the man living like a king is a bit of an exaggeration, this strategy is a very real way that financially savvy individuals can generate extra income. It's a testament to the power of understanding how financial products work. The banks create these offers to attract customers, hoping some will slip up, miss a payment, or carry a balance after the promo period ends. But for those with the discipline and knowledge to navigate the rules, it's a fantastic opportunity. So, is this something you should try? Again, it depends entirely on your financial situation, your credit score, and your risk tolerance. If you're organized and disciplined, it could be a way to generate a few $1,000s a year. But if you're someone who struggles to pay bills on time, or might be tempted to spend the money, it's best to stay far away. The downside risk is significant if you make a mistake. The 0% interest loop is a fascinating corner of the personal finance world. It's a perfect example of financial arbitrage, where you exploit a price difference in different markets. In this case, the difference between a 0% borrowing cost and a positive investment return. It's not magic, it's just math and discipline. Thanks for sticking with me through that deep dive. I hope it gave you a new perspective on how credit cards and financial systems can be used to your advantage. If you found this interesting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content that demystifies the world of finance. Let me know in the comments if you've ever considered a strategy like this. See you in the next video.